Thanks, Joe. An amazing introduction, and boy, look at these folks. I feel fancy. Woo! All right. I
We're
know you
dressed for
guys
work.
have
Democrats are
what's that?
dressed for work today. Democrats are dressed for work today. We're ready to go.
That's right. That's right. And that's how it. That's how it is. That's how it always has been. And you guys show up, and I appreciate that. Representative Peters. Um, so let's. I'm giving you the worst case scenario question. All right. And I'm sorry for that, or maybe I'm not. If worst does come to worst, what can a San Diego resident do to make a difference if there is a government shutdown as of midnight tonight?
Well, first of all, thank you for doing this. This is very important for getting the word out also. So we should credit you with running this marathon here. And I think just to follow on what Maxwell and Teresa said so beautifully, which was, how's the word going to get out? The word's going to get out tomorrow when impacts start to fall on people, where checks aren't going to come in. And in my district, I'm in a border district, and President Trump is in San Diego. President Trump is high on border enforcement, he says, but who's not going to get paid is the Coast Guard and the Border Patrol starting tomorrow. And in addition to the healthcare impacts we're going to see, it's going to be pretty evident pretty quickly what's happening. Sometimes we get to this deadline, we work it out, we kick the can down the road, and people hear about this, but they never see it. Tomorrow it looks like we're actually going to shut down and see those impacts. And I would just say the other thing I'd point out is Republicans are saying, let's just put this off till November, right? But I think and typically that would be fine, but I think in this case, that's exactly the wrong thing to do because of what Teresa said. The notices come tomorrow. These impacts are from the big, awful bill are coming now. And we can't afford to wait anymore to start this fight. And we know that it would be exactly the same. There's not going to be any agreement by November if we don't do something now. So it's important for us to make this stand now. It's important for us to fight for people who need lower costs. It's important to call out Donald Trump, who said he was going to lower costs, but is actually, we're seeing healthcare costs, energy costs, food costs, everything going through exactly the opposite direction. And people are going to see that. So what can people in San Diego or Florida or New Mexico do? They need to speak up, but we're going to see, they're going to see pretty quickly that this Republican shutdown and this Republican policy regime is costing them a lot of money. I'll just say I spent a lot of time on energy. And President Trump, he said that he was going to cut your energy costs in half within a year. Right now, they're up 5.5%. We expect in the next 3 years, they're going to be up 18%, residential electricity rates. A lot of that's because how much energy supply was cut out by the big bill. So you ask how we're going to get the word out. I think it's going to be more about people noticing what's actually happening to them, how costs are actually going up, how healthcare facilities are closing, and people are getting their care in the emergency room, and insurance rates are going up, and energy costs are going up. People are going to notice that stuff, and it's going to be pretty quick, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Especially the part about the energy costs has had me probably the most upset this year because it's something that I noticed like immediately. There's certain bills that you have responsibility for, other bills that your wife has responsibility for. So the energy bill is on my plate, and when I see, I was like, "Holy cow! What is this?" And it's very upsetting. But also, healthcare is upsetting too. It's something that my wife and I probably discuss twice a week, I think, because we actually actively do use. I'm up there in the age, I'm like 57, so stuff is starting to break down. I'm at that age where it is a major concern, and I can't afford an extra $1,200 a month. I can't. I don't know who can. If you're not a millionaire, how can you afford that?